Alright, let's talk about some reactions. So, we've got a sample reaction for you here. We've got a hydrocarbon reacting with some oxygen to make some carbon dioxide and some water. But you'll notice that there's some extra information in here. We've got these little letters, these little G's. Well, those mean something to us, and we haven't quite talked about what those are yet, but we're going to do that today. Now, these original big letters, those represent the elements. Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. The little subscripts tell you how many carbons, how many hydrogen, how many oxygen. The big numbers represent the coefficients, how many molecules of this hydrocarbon. We got 2 molecules of this guy, reacting with 5 molecules of oxygen to make 4 molecules of carbon dioxide with 2 molecules of water. And the little letters tell you as a chemist how to complete this reaction. That G tells you what state of matter these substances are in. So we call these a state symbol. They tell you what state of matter. So if it was a G, that's gas. And gases, they are super energetic, really hard to catch. So you actually have to go ahead and do it in a balloon or, in some sort of vacuum chamber. So G stands for gas. L is for liquid. And only times you see liquid is if you have water or you have metal that is molten, or mercury. Those are kind of the few except times you see liquid. And actually, we don't see liquids very often. We do see, however, quite often an S. S is for solid. S is for a solid state and or a precipitate. Now remember, precipitate, one of our 5 signs of chemical reaction. You take 2 liquids, pour them together, it gets cloudy. That's the formation of a precipitate. A solid has formed. Right? There is no P state symbol, just an S. A Q stands for an aqueous solution. Aqueous, aqua, aqueous, aquarium. Aquarius, aqua, water. If something is dissolved in water, you've taken some solid and you've dissolved it into a solution, it is said to be aqueous. There are a couple things that are always aqueous. Acids are always going to be aqueous for us. Okay? Aqueous solutions, if it's a substance in solution, that means it is aqueous. Okay? S is for solid or precipitate. G for gas, L for liquid, and remember that that arrow stands for a reaction. So if you see the yields or produces, that means our reaction is happening. Okay? Here we can look and see, okay, are atoms conserved? Well, yeah, we've got 4 and 4 carbon, we've got 4 hydrogen, we've got 10 oxygen, 4 plus 2 for a total of 8 oxygens. The atoms are conserved, and if we have the same number of atoms on both sides, the mass has to be conserved. There's no other way it can be different. Same number of atoms before, same number of atoms after, gotta have the same number of atoms in both. Now we can use these state symbols, and right now you're thinking, okay, big whoop, we got state symbols. That is awesome. Sounds like I have to do more work. Well, no, think about it. We can now do this reaction. We know that this combustion reaction happens with gases, so we would need some way to catch the gases. If it happened with aqueous solutions, we would use beakers. If it happened with solids, we would need a balance or some beaker to put the solids into. These state symbols tell us what to expect when we complete that reaction.